Hey guys, lately I've been talking with a few people about the Suunto Core watch, which is right here, and I just wanted to do a quick video on its functions and how to use it. So that's what we're gonna do. That was dumb. Hey guys, as I was saying, I wanted to show you some of the functions and features of the Suunto Core watch. First, here's a look of the watch, kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. I got the all black version. It comes in different options, but I just like black. So first things first, here's the time mode. To get into the watch, there's a lock button. The lock button's right here. You just hold this down for a couple seconds and the lock goes away. Now this button is also the light button. So you see, press it, it comes on there. So you can change that to any button, but I don't know, I just kept it how it came. So alright, so on the time mode there's different functions, and to scroll through those functions you press this button right here and the different functions will come up right above the logo. So if I click it once, it brings up the day and date. If I click it again, it brings up the seconds. Then it has dual time, and mine's actually set for Portland, Oregon, because I was there like a month and a half ago. And you can set that to any country or region. Click it again and it has the sunrise sunset, which automatically updates based on to what your watch is set to. Click it again, it has a count or a stopwatch, which to activate you click the start stop button, which is up in the upper left. Click that and it starts. Click it again to stop. Click over here to reset. And reset. Alright, click to the next function and it automatically has a 10-minute countdown timer, which I believe you can switch. I use 10 minutes while I'm running. So to start that, click start stop, just like before, stop it, and reset. So that's the functions that comes on the time mode. Now if you click this middle button over here, it'll switch to the altimeter and barometer mode. Right now I have it in the barometer mode. You can see this graph here in the middle, and what that's displaying is the last 24 hours of air pressure. And right above that you can see that number 29.99. That's the specific number, which is just it's reading out the air pressure. And then above those numbers, if you can see here, there's a line with an arrow, a horizontal line with an arrow right to the left of the north line. And what that is if there's a significant drop going up or down, that line will change. And sometimes it'll be like an upside down V, meaning the pressure suddenly rose and then it suddenly dropped. When, depending on how much this number changes or how much it drops on the graph, kind of depends on what kind of front is coming in. Obviously, the higher or lower it drops, the worse the front could be. Now on the bottom here, where it is currently displaying the time, if you switch through the functions, it'll go to, it has temperature, which note on the temperature, if you're wearing it on your wrist, it's going to read what your wrist temperature is. So usually for me, when I get to camp, I'll take my watch off and I'll hang it in the tent before I go to sleep. And then that way, if I want to see what the temperature is in the morning, all I have to do is look at my watch. So in the barometer mode, you have a log, and you can actually log the weather pattern so you can go back and see it. I don't use that much, and I'll get to how to use the log here in just a minute. Right here is a reference number for your altitude. So for example, you get to camp and after you're hiking or biking or whatever you've been doing, and you switch over to weather mode so you can keep track of the weather while you're at camp. You're obviously not gaining or losing any altitude. So this is your last known altitude before you switched it over. Now to switch it to the altimeter mode, you hold in the menu button right here and you scroll down to this right here. Now you go to profile, click, and then you scroll down to altimeter. There you go. Now that reference number, I was saying how you can change it. Here you go to reference, click in, altitude, and then you can change that number using the up and down buttons right here. Mine's not calibrated, but if you wanted to get an accurate reading, you would have to look at a map and know like where you are, and then you would be able to enter in that number. So also, there's also a depth meter, and you can set your sea level. So, for example, if profile, there's a depth meter right here. There's also an automatic setting, so it'll switch between barometer and altimeter automatically, but I don't actually use that. I just don't know how accurate it is. So yeah, altimeter, got it. So exit out of there, you set your reference, and here it is. So there it is, reading out my altitude. Now here on the bottom is the log that I mentioned earlier. Now to log, say you're hiking and you want to track, how much you're going up and down, you would just click the start stop up right here, and there it is, it started. Now I believe you can log up to 20 logs, and you can lock the logs that you want to keep in case you want to go back and view them, which I can show you how to do in just a minute. But I can tell you that I took a plane ride with a friend of mine, or plane ride. I went flying with a friend, and I set my watch to his altimeter, and I was paying attention to, as we're going up and down and flying, and I can tell you that this did a really good job of pairing up with what his readout was. So pretty impressed with that. So to stop that, you just press the stop up here. You can reset it, and then every time you reset it and start it over, it saves out a new one. Now if you scroll through here in the features, obviously I didn't gain or lose any feet there, so it says 0 feet, and it also has the temperature. Now that's nice because you can quickly glance down at the feet and see if you're above or below your starting point. Now to get to the log, you hold the middle right button, you hold it in, and it goes to memory. Click memory, scroll down to logbook, click the middle button again, that goes into it, and now you can see that's what I just did. But I'm going to show you an example here from the other day when I was at the gym running, and I was going up and down stairs, and I just wanted to see, I was just playing around with it. So enter it and click view. Now you can see this graph up here. It's logging the up and down, so I don't know, it's kind of cool to look at. But to view it, you click again, and now it's playing it back. So you can see mine was set for every 10 seconds, so every 10 seconds it's recording. You can see here that changing based off of what I was doing. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Pretty cool. Now next feature on this watch is going to be the compass, which again, you click the menu button over here and it'll switch to that. Now one thing about the compass is if you're inside, it's not going to be that accurate. It is pretty accurate outdoors, but if you're around a bunch of metal objects, it just, there's a lot of interference with a digital compass like that. So at the bottom you can see right now it says the time, but if I click through that, it'll say like north, it's facing northeast, which isn't exact since it's kind of pointing up. But one cool feature about the compass is you can set a bearing, and to do that you press this upper left button again, the start stop button. Press that and it will, yeah, wait, no, I lied. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, it's telling me to turn left, and to, like I was saying, to set that you press this button and then you're good. So when the line is like that with both arrows pointing in the middle, you're dead on. But if you start to go off course, it'll tell you that you're going off course, going this way or that way. Now one thing about this is it's going to, this is where the locking comes into play, because if I lock it, I can't reset it. But if it's unlocked and you're walking around, you might actually bump this and it'll, you might reset it and lose your bearing. So yeah, that's the compass mode. And then another thing about it is there's a little dial up here. I don't know if you can see that. That's always facing north. So again, just at quick glance, you can see which way is north. Pretty cool, guys. I really like to watch. It's very durable. It's 100 feet waterproof. I don't know if I mentioned that, but like I said, it's not really a diving watch, but it's very nice, and I really like it. Anyway, so I hope you guys can learn something from this video on how to use it. Yeah, thanks for watching.